The father wound nobody talks about. There is a wound that most men carry in absolute silence. They don't acknowledge it. They don't even know it's there, shaping every decision they make, every relationship they build, every way they see themselves as a man. This is the father wound, and it is destroying men from the inside out. I'm going to break down what the father wound actually is. A father wound is simple. It's the absence of masculine affirmation at the moment in your life when you needed it most. Whether your father was physically gone, emotionally distant, or actively harmful, the result is the same. You grew up without a man teaching you what it means to be a man. And that void doesn't just disappear. It becomes the foundation of how you see yourself. There are 3 ways this wound shows up. The first is the absent father. He wasn't there. Work, another family, prison, death, doesn't matter why. The result is you grew up wondering if you were worth his presence. That question becomes a wound. You spend your whole life unconsciously trying to answer it, usually by chasing achievement, money, status, because if you can just become impressive enough, maybe then you'll finally feel like you belong somewhere. The second is the distant father. He was there physically but gone emotionally. He provided a roof and food, but no guidance, no real conversation, no affirmation. You learned early that men don't talk about real things. Men don't show weakness. Men don't connect. So you became that man, isolated, self-sufficient, unable to let anyone actually know you. The third is the harmful father, the man who was present but destructive, abusive, controlling, critical. The message was clear: you're not good enough. You're not doing it right. You need to be fixed. So you internalize that voice. And now you carry it with you. That critical voice in your head, that's him. It never left. But here's what's important. Regardless of which version you experienced, the result is identical. You're a man who doesn't know his own worth because nobody ever showed you what it looked like. Scripture says in Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. That's not just about positive training. It's about formation. Your father was supposed to form you into a man, and when that formation is broken or absent, you spend your life trying to figure out who you are. The book of Enoch speaks about generational sin, about how patterns of destruction pass from father to son. Not because God punishes you, but because you inherit the blueprint. Your father's pain becomes your pain. His brokenness becomes your starting point. And here's the brutal truth that most men never face. You can't heal it by getting money, building a business, getting fit, or impressing people. Because the wound isn't about your performance, it's about your worth. Your father was supposed to teach you that your worth wasn't conditional, that you were enough just by existing. Most men never get that message. So they spend their whole lives chasing it in the form of achievement, approval, and external validation. They become workaholics. They become approval seekers. They become men who can never rest, because rest feels like failure. The wound keeps whispering, you have to earn your place. You have to prove yourself. You're only valuable if you're producing. That's not ambition. That's a man running from a ghost. Let me show you how this actually plays out in real life. You seek validation from your boss like he's your father. You compete with other men, not because you want to win, but because you need to prove you're worthy. You sabotage your own success because deep down, you don't believe you deserve it. You can't receive compliments without deflecting. You can't ask for help without feeling ashamed. You build walls so high that nobody can get close enough to hurt you, the way your father did. But nobody can get close enough to love you either. Or you go the other direction. You become obsessed with being the opposite of him. Everything he was, you're not. But that's still letting him define you. You're just defining yourself in reaction to him instead of in truth about yourself. Either way, he's still in control. He's still shaping your decisions. He's still the invisible hand guiding your life, even though he's not there. So how do you heal this? How do you break free from a wound that was cut so deep? First, you have to name it. Stop pretending it doesn't exist. Most men spend their entire lives running from this conversation. They stay busy. They stay distracted. They numb themselves with work, screens, substances, anything to avoid the quiet moment where they'd have to feel it. But the wound doesn't go away when you ignore it. It just gets louder. Second, You have to separate your father's failure from your worth. This is hard. You've believed the opposite your whole life, but it's the truth. His absence, his distance, his failure to see you, that says something about him. It says absolutely nothing about you. His brokenness is not your inheritance. His inability to love you is not a reflection of your lovability. His failure to affirm you is not proof that you're not worthy of affirmation. Third, and this is the most important part, to believe in yourself, to tell yourself the truth that your father should have told you years ago. You are enough. You are a man. You are worthy. But you don't do that alone. That's where brotherhood comes in. You find men who see you, men who challenge you, men who believe in you when you can't believe in yourself yet. Because that's what real brotherhood is. It's the collective healing of the father wound. It's men showing up for each other the way their fathers never showed up for them. This is the real work. This is what separates men who stay broken from men who actually heal. The father wound is real. It's deep, and it's been shaping you longer than you know. But it doesn't have to define you forever. The man you become from this point forward, that's up to you, not your father, not your past. You walk with God while you work for the crown. When he crowns you king, tell the world of the truth you found. That's king-level mindset. Kings don't beg. Kings don't bow. Kings build.